Hi, this is Angela McFarlane and you're stamping with aMac. This is another card that we'll be making, also using the Stars at Night bundle that I shared earlier. So as I said, the dies and the embossing folder are a hybrid, which means that they fit into one another and they come in the set as well in the bundle. So with this one, we've just layered a few stars. Just be mindful when you are placing your embossed image on the page. Make sure it's not upside down or you'll end up covering up most of this big star. We want this big star to be the feature, so make sure it's closer to the top when we're assembling the card. Okay, I'll show you what I did with this card. Just pop that over there for the minute. There's also a little trick that I would like to show you that I saw somewhere else to fold your cardstock, your card base. If you have one of these trimmers, there's quite a lip on the edge of this. So if you just push your paper against that and line up the sides, that will give you a perfect edge. And then you can give that a fold with your bone folder and give it a nice sharp crease. There we go. So we have that for the front of our card. Now we will attach the embossed Night of Navy to the front of the card. And once again, as I mentioned previously, we'll just use the tear and tape, the double-sided tape. So I just go around all four edges. Be careful not to overlap the tape, because if you overlap it, then it'll be really hard to peel off these bits. So that's just another little tip for you. Okay, now making sure that the big star is closest to the top, and I will center this as best I can. I line up 3 of my edges, and there we have that. And then we'll go and start assembling these stars. So these come with a little bit of an indent in them. I'll see if you can see it in the flat one. So you can see it's got a little bit of an indent in there. So one of the stars, I just sort of gently fold it along that line, and then the other one I leave flat. And I found the easiest way to attach these with the least amount of mess is a glue dot on the back of the one that I've folded. And we're wanting to overlap these, so we're wanting to line them up and make them as symmetrical as possible. So we have a little bit of a play with that, and hopefully that's fairly even. And then we will take these 2 smaller pieces and join them together as well. I find it easier if I join the 2 smaller ones together first and then attach them, because once again we go at, is it 90 degrees or 45? One of those anyway. You'll know that you want it offset. So this one will attach so it's also fitting in between all those other pieces, so we want it offset against the big star. So there's lots of different things that you can do with these stars, as you can see. So if you do want to give it a little bit more of a crease, you can. That's up to you. That will give you a little bit more dimension. And then I will actually attach that with a dimensional to my card. It's up to you if you want to use 2 dimensionals or 1. We've got enough room to pop 2 on there. Might just give us that little bit of extra support. and I'll place that sort of there. Then we have all these other little bits and pieces that you would have received in your pack. Now this, again, is a good tool to use to pick all of these up is you'll take your pick tool. With the larger ones, I will pop them onto a glue dot. And I'll just attach this piece to the center of my star. If you want to, you could attach this one first and then you can move your big star around and put that where it fits. They might be embossed in slightly different positions, but it really doesn't matter. And this one will just add a little bit of sparkle. I've used the distressed gold paper, which is available at the moment, which is very, very pretty for these stars. So I'll just add a touch of my liquid glue there, and I'll center this star in the middle of the big embossed one. If you can see that, you can see this one's got a little bit of lift. Then when it comes to attach the vellum, it might be best to attach the label to the vellum first. Now what I've done is I've lined the bottom edges of the greeting here with the vellum and just centered it on there. So I will use my dimensionals for this part. So I probably shouldn't have peeled my, oh, I did need to peel my backings off. I need that on a dark surface to see where I'm going. And if it's not exactly lined up, it really doesn't matter. There we go. It's got the bulk of it lined up. And then the vellum should be the full length of your card. My little piece here is shorter, and that doesn't matter in this case, but I would line it up with the edges of your cards. Yours will be cut to fit that. And with vellum, so you don't have it shining through, the glue shining through, I will just add the glue onto the vellum where it's covered up by the greeting. I'll just pop that about 1/2 centimetre from the bottom. So we've got about 1/2 centimetre from the semicircle there. And then we can add the final stars. So with these, you want the tiniest amount of glue, especially for your little stars. If you're not sure how much glue will come out, it's probably best to use one of your silicone mats. And I've stuck the wrong star on. Never mind. I'll stick this one over here. And that just goes to show that you can mix and match and put them where you want, really. There you go. Okay, so that's how we assemble this card, and as I mentioned before, make sure that your vellum lines up with the edges there, and if you want that star there, you can pop that there. I've left these little pieces loose as well. I hope you've enjoyed that. Happy stamping, and I hope you enjoy the retreat. Thanks for watching.